I made an update to this system which automatically matches brands to suppliers. And the main update is the search engine. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and do an auto match suppliers using the Yahoo search engine. And as you see, I do get a result for this particular brand of Amazon.com and Walmart.com. However, if I change the search engine to Bing, you see that it says not found. The reason why I'm pointing this out is because there are going to be times when a particular search engine is given better results at that time than another. Okay, and if Yahoo is the search engine that is given results at the time, then that is the one I'm pretty much going to use. And then I would copy down to see what results, because this is a formula, by the way, that is performing this action. And I'm going to go ahead and copy it down all the way to the bottom to see what I get for the other brands. Now, once I get results, or once you get results, I suggest hitting stamp suppliers right away. And what that does is it removes the formula and leaves behind the text, because when you leave the formula, what the formula is doing is calling on a program, and when that program reruns, it's going to rerun and give potentially different results, right? Potentially. So no reason to keep rerunning it. Okay, there's also technically a limit on how many of those you can really do on Google Sheets. Remember, this is all free, but because of that, Google Sheets has to have a limit. It's like thousands of them per day, but I don't remember the exact number. But if you leave the formula in here to keep refreshing, those can add up, right, very quickly. So you want to stamp it and remove the formula, so it's not going to keep doing those searches over and over when the Google Sheet refreshes. Okay, now I'd like to talk a little bit quickly about why it's like this, because when you're using the program, you may not really understand what's going on. And actually what happens is that the way this program works is that when you click Auto Match, I wrote a script that automatically places a formula in here, and that formula is performing a web search, okay, in the background using this search engine. It's then taking the results of that web search, grabbing them and passing it to another program I have, which is, well, I'm going to say it's deployed, that's the word that's used, onto Google's cloud. Okay, so it's not, I wrote the program on my account, but it's deployed on Google, and that program figures out what to do with those results, and it tells you what websites it found. Here's the issue. The issue is that sometimes the search engine, for whatever reason, when I was running tests, I saw that it sometimes does not actually give you results, or not all of the results. Okay, so it does a search, but it's like nothing really comes back. So that's why now I'm giving you the option to switch search engines, because what you will find is at a certain time, a particular search engine may work better than another. So you might wake up one morning and Yahoo's working great, and Bing is not working, and then another morning Bing is working, or one night Bing is working and Yahoo. So you never really know. So one of the things I'm working on is to add actually more search engines. I'm going to try to incorporate even more search engines and figure out how to get the data from those as well. And that way there'll be even more search engines to choose from, giving you more options and better results. So that's basically the update, which is just the search engine choice. Now, for people, well, I would like to also mention, when you see Amazon.com as a supplier, it's because Amazon.com is on the list of suppliers, because this came from this list of suppliers I scraped from SkuGrid, and it's not a recommendation list, it's just a list, okay? Without a list of suppliers here, the program has nothing to work from, okay? The program cannot tell an online store from from YouTube. It can't tell the difference. It just, all it knows is that these are websites. So you have to give it a list of stores to work with, okay? And that's how it's able to find suppliers. So you can actually add more suppliers to this list if you wish, okay? You can add more suppliers, or you can remove suppliers as well. So sometimes when you see Amazon.com, it's because the brand, okay, is only on Amazon, okay? It might not be available at an online retailer. Other times, maybe you're just not getting enough results from the search engine. That's possible too. But you have the option of using Google. So this system also has manual capability. So you click on Google and you can Google this brand, like this brand for instance, and I see that Wayfair comes up. Okay, I'm going to check and see if it's okay. So I see it's actually on Wayfair. You see it here. So what I would suggest you do is you go here and you type in Wayfair.com, right? So you can add to the list. Okay, I've already stamped the list, so this is all text. All right, and you just kind of add into it manually. All right, so that's something else you can do. But I do expect that as I add more search engines, hopefully we'll be able to get more results. And perhaps I can even combine the results of different search engines at once. That might be another option together to get even more results. But if you're not satisfied with results, you can always, like I said, use your manual search as well. This is semi-automated, but it's also, manual as well. Okay, now one other thing I would just like to mention quickly, because I know some people might be seeing this for the first time or they haven't seen my other stuff. I also have a brands extractor, and I'll just quickly demonstrate this. And all you do is you search for something on Amazon, and what it does is you take this URL, you paste it in here, and when you do that, it basically just pulls the brands from the sidebar and it pulls them right into here. Okay, so it's getting the brands from here, okay, and pulls them right into here. So that's something else you can do, and then you can export the brands over to this list sheet, and that's just to kind of separate from here, and then you can do what you want to do with it, copy and paste it or what have you, right? And so that's just one other thing I need to point out. So anyway, links to all that stuff is in the video. Go ahead and get a copy of this, use it. I really want people to use this. Give me feedback, tell me if it's helpful, if it's not helpful, if there's something you think it could probably use that would make it more helpful. Different things, suggestions or whatever. By the way, for those of you who haven't seen the system, you can also use it to check your brands on Seller Central. Okay, so you can immediately check the brand on Seller Central, and you can see like the approval for the brand, whether or not the brand is approved, and things like that as well. So that is another thing that you can do with this. And there are other things you can check here as well, but I've demonstrated those in other videos. You can do an Amazon search on the brand. You can check the restricted list on Google to see if it shows up on some restricted list. So these are different things that you can do as well with the system. And then these columns are just for you to take your notes on the results that you're getting. And that is pretty much it, except for one other thing, which is that you can type in, again, I'm not recommending Supplier, so I don't want people to contact me and say, why are you putting Walmart gets people suspended. This is just a demonstration of how a system works. Okay, so for instance, if I type in Walmart.com, you're going to see found. Okay, meaning these brands, when they were searched, Walmart.com came up on those brands, and so they're going to light up in green. And if you were to type in Wayfair.com, which I like actually, I like Wayfair, you will get results for the brands that have Wayfair. Those will be green and they will say found. Okay, so this not found or found refers to this Wayfair.com. It doesn't have any, well, it does have to do with this, but when it says found here, it's referring to whatever you type in here. Okay, so when it says not found, it's because it's blank. Okay, so it's not doing anything. Right, but once you actually type in the name of a domain, okay, Home Depot, for instance, it will show you which ones have Home Depot, which is just one right now. Okay, and that is really the last, really that's it for the system, pretty much. Okay, and so again, check your links in this video, check the description, leave comments, questions, suggestions. I'm Mr. Mark. So for Amazon or Amazon dropshipping, and look forward to seeing you around on the channel.